How will the future society look like?
Yes. I mean, there are a lot of articles, but I'm trying to think kind of in terms of what would someone's daily life be like?
Look, the problem is that the future form is reached in a gradual way. And in that graduality, there will be different layers of population. And some will be in corporeality just as they are now. Others will be in more and more and more spiritual layers, meaning there's a spectrum of layers in humanity, starting from the Kabbalists, the sages, the spiritual people, the people of light, and more and more and more and more common people. And yet, everyone will understand that there's a way, that there's a solution to the problems, that everyone needs to be facing connection, that through the connection we will gradually feel the upper dimension more and more and more, that we belong to it, that we acquire a new spirit through our connection, and that spirit fulfills us internally. It shines to us. It opens our deeper vision that goes further into reality. And this reality doesn't end with what I see in my corporeal eyes, but it goes deeper. I begin to see where everything that's happening in reality stems from. Why does it happen? How do I participate in that? And what does it lead me to when we do it all together? And how we become a part of the upper force with this that is nearing us, because the great collective society affects each and every one and elevates everyone together, pulling everyone upwards. This is the pulling force called Messiah, from the word moshech, to pull, pulling humanity from corporeality and giving it a new vision and a new form of life, with a reason to live, with a direction to aim for, that in each and every action I make, I want to become a part of this boundless life and bring more and more and more people into that, as we all constitute this one great spiritual desire. And even though it's a heavy desire to lift, this will to receive, it needs to become corrected and take on a direction of development that is correct. And then we process and we start losing the sense of this world, because the sense of this world is simply all that we take into account, our local, material, egoistic calculations, that we exist here and now, that we have this ego against that ego and so forth. But the moment we begin to have loftier accounts, higher calculations through connection to bestowal, then we lose the sense of this world. It just leaves us. It sort of vaporizes. And then we just stop seeing it. It's as though it doesn't exist. There's a reason why it's called the concealed world, or the imaginary world, because it exists in our egoistic accounts and calculations. Once we shift these calculations more towards the altruistic direction of bestowal, we stop sensing this matter, and it's lost from our emotions, and we move further and further into a life of forces rather than material, corporeal items of still vegetative and animate. So I think the main thing is to allow our generation to have the right education.